we didn't talk about the Scooby-Doo remake?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I guess
so they
technically
didn't put
it's not a
Scooby in it.
That's the part that got me. It wasn't recoloring the characters. It was that Scooby's not in it.
Scooby is integral to the plot of Scooby-Doo. The whole thing
Show's called
really not.
Scooby-Doo.
You know how much of a fucking weirdo Shaggy comes off if he's not hanging around an innocent kind of comic relief dog? He's just a scary degenerate talking to children.
now he's the black guy hanging around with those white kids selling them weed.
Yeah, of course they had to make the black guy the like stoner drug dealer. Like,
Yeah.
Why?
Are you accusing the new Scooby-Doo of not being woke enough?
It's first. Of all,
I should
it's
all
the
be
new-
black.
Why are there white people at all?
I watched a program on Netflix the other day. I saw a white person and I almost vomited in disgust. It's not woke enough.
I was in a script writing class in college as a junior or a senior. I wrote a period piece because I was a medieval studies major, so I was studying that time period. Wrote a period piece about 1480 Wales. There was a rebellion against the English that happened, and I wrote a period piece about that. And I was told I needed characters that were minorities, and I needed characters that were not straight. And I remember saying to my professor, like, I get that like would sell better, but that doesn't really track with the history here. And she was like, it doesn't matter. You need to like, and I was like, that's not
that's not really the story I'm trying to write about 1350 Wales. Like,
like this is a story about a young like farmhand whose dad was killed by an English knight, and he's like trying to get revenge. Like, it's not a story.
You're
about
gonna tell me everyone in this
colonialism.
family is the same color?
Yeah,
That's
like
just racist.
I was just like, and because I've written scripts, like pilot scripts for other shows that I had where like there are black characters and there are gay characters and whatever, but like in this specific one, I was like, that's just really it's jarringly out of place. Yeah, especially because the first documented black person in Wales is like 1647. So I was like, we even have the documentation to show that if I did this, it would be ahistorical. Like I can give you a Portuguese guy maybe. Like
I mean, that
like
would probably count by their metric.
Pro woke, pro girl power person on the podcast for a while, but I just don't love the recasting. It feels shoehorned.
Feels lazy.
Also weird. It feels like a weird.
Just make a new story. Like it feels like it's the same few goddamn like series getting rehashed over and over, and like this, like it. No one who saw the preview for Scooby-Doo, the new Scooby-Doo, thinks it's going to be good.
No,
like no one, not even the creators. The creators know it's going to be dog shit because you made a Scooby-Doo ripoff with no Scooby-Doo. Like that's retarded. That's like wanting to fail. It's like almost believable that like they tried to sell an original cartoon program and then whatever, media apparatus they're doing it through, Hulu or Netflix or Amazon or whatever, was like, oh, okay, well, we want you to tie it to an existing franchise. Yeah. Like that kind of thing. Who knows? That could have been what happened, but it looks like dog shit. Actually, no, it looks like there's going to be no dog shit whatsoever in it because there's no dog. There's no Scooby in a Scooby-Doo show, which is a tremendous oversight. But yeah, I agree with you on the like trying to shoehorn in a diverse character into a story written about 1200s Wales or whatever. Yeah, it's like this is going to be jarring, and and anyone who's reading this is going to be pulled out of it. Yeah, because they're going to be like, oh, this was a decision, not an organic, stream of consciousness style move. And it was a deliberate. At this person,
if you look at like Disney's remaking The Little Mermaid and made Ariel black, which whatever, mermaids are like that, they're mermaids, but at the same time, like it's just this constant reworking. We get a female Ghostbusters, and we get now Captain America is black, which I don't really care about, and I'm pretty sure that's even in the comics. But like. That they keep it seems like they would rather take an established hero like a Spider-Man, a Captain America. They haven't done it with Batman or Superman, I don't think, but like DC has Static Shock. Why not make a Static Shock movie or a Static Shock TV show? Why rehash and turn a white character black when instead you could just make the show about the black character that I grew up loving? Like I
mean,
feel like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of black people, black kids, like people who grew up at the same time as I did when Static Shock was on Cartoon Network would be like, this is awesome. This is real representation, not just like a rehashed character. Feels like you're just like throwing them bone instead of actually caring. Make a black character with a black story like Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Was he was a new Spider?
Still a rehash,
I guess, but there was a female Spider-Man, and this is into the
so.
multiverse. People don't know.
Spider-Man is, I think, probably the one they've done it the most with, right?
I don't know if that's
Spider-Man
in the comics in the canon or not, but I did like the movie.
Yeah, I liked the character. I think it was solid. It's just like make the Static Shock movie. Like, give us that. That would be awesome.
But
he was like my generation.
I feel like if I don't know the superhero, it still has a good shot. I had no idea who Guardians of the Galaxy were, and they did what, $2 or $3 billion movies?
Yeah, it was insane.
So it doesn't have to be that historic. It doesn't have to be Superman.
Speaking of like diversity and casting, though, have you guys seen the trailers for what's it called? I think it's called Devotion. It's a new movie about the Korean War, about fighter pilots, and it's like it's one of those things where like I'm sure race is going to be a part of it, but it's a historical drama, so it's going to be about it looks phenomenal. The acting looks incredible. The script writing looks amazing. The cinematography is beautiful, but like they don't shove it in your face. I think that's the issue a lot of people have with the woke stuff, is that it's just like, it feels like it's being shoved down your throat, when in reality, if you just make it as an organic decision, I think a lot of people will go along with it. I have never looked at a black character on screen and been like, they should have been white. Like,
oh, I have all the time. So many times.
Kyle says that about Kyle's watching the NBA.
Come on, get that peach basket back up there where it belongs.
Every time some like lanky white guy gets it, Kyle doesn't care what team it is. He's and then he immediately someone who's faster steals it from him. Kyle starts watching hockey and he's like, I don't know what it is. I love this.
Are there any good black
thoughts on Dirk Nowitzki?
There are good black hockey players. Yeah. It's
there
aren't a lot of black players in the NHL, and the NHL is also like far and away the most diverse league. And so it's got like Lithuanians, Estonians, Russians, Belarusians,
all different
Irish.
kinds of white people.
Yeah, that's a lot of different white people.
Sure. But I mean, you would say that like, a black person from Somalia and a black person from Nigeria, that's diverse. Those are different cultures.
Taylor,
I would never say that. Those people are all the same.
Oh. Dude, I love like that point of getting woke where like you go back to being racist where you're like, everyone's the same, all of you people. This
Taylor,
one's speaking out.
I forget who it was, but someone recently classified Slavs as being non-white. Some organization.
I love my own joke. Sorry.
I think it was like Luke Rudkowski was talking about it. It's just like apparently Slavic people are people of color now. According to some organization.
Really? I've seen what Slavic people look like, and they're white. So they're
definitely white. But they were basically like, because they've faced such like oppression and hardship in majority white countries, they count. And I'm like, so did the Italians and the Irish. It's just a little. The Slavs are just 40 years behind them. Like, they'll get there.
I think like people, the Neanderthals.
We were victimized so bad